Did you know there's a camper van in Japan smaller than a smart car, but it fits a bed, a sink, a table, and 2 adults sleeping comfortably? Sounds impossible, but it's real. Japanese KEI campers are the world's smallest fully functional RVs, and they're growing more popular than ever. One model even powers its gadgets with rooftop solar, while fitting into Tokyo's tightest alleyways. But how did Japan pack so much into so little space? And which van has a trick-hidden roof you won't believe? Let's break it down. The Field Life Vita van is built on a Daihatsu Atry or Suzuki Caven. Under the hood, you've got a 660cc engine with a 64 horsepower limit, standard for K cars in Japan. Inside, it's clever. The rear turns into a full bed, there's a pull-out sink, a shower arm, and even a small pop-top that gives standing room and an extra sleeping space. It seats 4, yet packs in cupboards, a table that folds outside, and enough gear space for a weekend trip. One cool thing, almost every nook becomes useful storage or gear space. It's tiny but mighty. Benefits: it's easy to drive around Tokyo or mountain roads, parks in tight spots, and still can smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, the van still has all a mini home needs. Prices? Expect around 3 to 4 million yen used, about US 25 to 35k pounds, though some say K campers cost nearly 3 times more than basic vans. This camper's based on Honda's N-Van K van, just 133.7 inches long. That's nearly 20 inches shorter than a Miata. It tucks a pop-up roof into that little space, giving you about 6 feet of standing room and a cozy upstairs sleeping spot. Inside, there are 3 layout options. Style 1 packs in twin sinks, a fridge, a microwave, a solar panel, a reservoir tank, a folding table, and screen doors for breeze and bugs. Style 2 shifts the kitchen to one side and adds more shelves. Cabin keeps it lighter with fewer gadgets, but more sleep and sitting room. This little bad boy comes with a 658cc engine with either 53 horsepower or up to 64 horsepower with a turbo. The base price in Japan begins around 2.47 million yen, about US 20 to 25k pounds, depending on style and extras. What's cool is that this tiny rig can sleep up to 4. It's fun, compact, easy to drive around narrow streets, yet still gives you all the basics of a camper in one mini package. What can you get for around $13,000 in terms of camper vans? Well, you can get this little Caven, starts at 1.845 million yen for the basic 2-wheel-D version, about 13k, and jumps up to 2.178 million yen, around US 15k, for the turbo 4-wheel-D. What's cool is that this tiny ride is easy to park in tight spaces, yet gives you a cozy camper feel, perfect for quick trips or a sleepy night under the stars. And all of this is possible thanks to the van's size. It's 3,395 millimeters long, 1,475 millimeters wide, and up to 1,815 millimeters tall, and rolls on a long 2,520 millimeters wheelbase. It holds a 658cc 3-cylinder engine, making either 58 horsepower, or if you pick the turbo, 64 horsepower. Inside, the seats fold flat into a Furato terrace floor, like a little lounge you can lie in while looking out the back. There's water-repellent tartan fabric, hooks, nets, and even room for fold-out tables and an awning. This camper van is built on a tiny Suzuki, Every or Nissan Clipper, measuring 3,395 millimeters long by 1,475 millimeters wide. You can pick a normal roof that's 1,895 millimeters tall or go for the pop-up roof version that hits 2,885 millimeters when opened. That pop-up gives a roomy 1,950 by 1,060 millimeter sleeping loft, big enough for 2. Inside, there's a face-to-face dinette, cabinets, LED lights, an 80 amp battery, a sink with 5-liter tanks, and USB/12-volt outlets. It starts at about 2.62 million yen for the basic high-roof manual, which is around $18,000, and goes up from there. What's cool is how flexible it is. Seats convert into a flatbed nearly 2 meters long, and the pop-up makes standing room. It's easy to park in town, yet it feels like a full camper inside. The Rakunu Lily is built on the Daihatsu Hijet Cargo K-Van, keeping the full van length of 3,395 millimeters, width 1,475 millimeters, and height of 1,890 millimeters. It seats 4 during the day and folds into a bed for 2 adults, flat at about 195 centimeters by 120 centimeters, close to a semi-double mattress. The inside uses a strong 3D aluminum frame, and you get a face-to-face seating area that turns into a full bed. It can even house an AGM 100 amp battery, an optional fridge, LED lights, and an inlet for USB DC power. Pricing starts at 19 million yen, or $13,000 for the base model, with higher trims up to about 3.13 million yen. What's so neat is how it hides all its camper features behind a regular van look. It's compact, stylish, comfy, and great for daily use or quick weekend trips. What happens if you take a Daihatsu Atry and turn it into a camper van? You get the Oka Atry SV. It's just about 3.4 meters long and 1.48 meters wide, packing a 658cc turbo engine that pushes out roughly 63 horsepower and 67 pound-feet of torque. This one's priced a little steeper compared to some of the previous models, which start at around 3.27 million yen, or $28,000, for a 2WD CVT model, and it goes up to about 3.40 million yen, or $29,000, for the 4-wheel drive. But if you ask us, it's totally worth it because the van feels retro chic, drivable in cities and back roads, yet has a full camper setup in a tiny package. Inside, you'll find a tiny kitchenette with a microwave, sink, fridge under the seat, a TV, aircon, and a fold-down bed that sleeps 2, though you'll be crouched to use it. A 200W solar panel tops up the auxiliary battery for the fridge and lights. It officially seats 5, but realistically fits 4, and 3 can sleep on the rear bench. The Field Life. Balco is a mini camper with real motorhome vibes. It sits on a 3.4-meter K-van chassis and is built from insulated sandwich panels and double-glazed windows, just like big rigs. Inside, you get a kitchenette, a fridge, a 13-liter water tank, LED lights, roof vent, and cushioned dinette that folds out into a bed. But in the special K package, you slide the seat for bed in one move and get more underseat drawers. It comes in 6 colors, 2W dye or 4W dye, AT or MT. Prices start around 3 million yen, about $22,000, and it's hand-built in Japan with a warm, homey feel. It's easy to park, tough in winter, and cozy for weekends. Think of the Miest Mystic Mini Pop Bee like a little beehive on wheels. It's sweet, compact, and buzzing with clever design. It's built on a light K-truck, measuring just 3,395 millimeters long and 1,475 millimeters wide. But when you pop up its roof, it rises to 1,980 millimeters tall and gives about 1,830 millimeters of interior headroom. That pop-up lets this mini camper sleep 4, 2 up top and 2 on the pull-out dinette below. Inside, there's a tiny kitchen corner with sink, 16-liter water tanks, a 105-amp battery, fridge-ready wiring, LED lights, USB, and 100-volt power. Prices start around 3.95 million yen for a basic 2WD 5-speed, which comes out to roughly $30,000. What's cool is it stays low and nimble on the road, but at camp, it opens up into a cozy hive for family fun. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like the video so far. Think of the tin can Suzuki Super Carry like a Swiss Army knife on wheels. It's small, simple, and can do a lot in tight spaces. Built on a Suzuki Carry SV K-truck, it's about 3.4 meters long and 1.475 meters wide, with a mid-mounted engine under the seats driving all 4 wheels in 4WD versions. The camper version adds a pop-top canopy, a tiny stove, sink, seating that turns into a bed, and even a leisure battery setup. Its 660cc 3-cylinder engine makes around 40 horsepower, enough to cruise at roughly 60 miles per hour, 96 kilometers per hour. Prices vary a lot. Classic K-Carry trucks sell from $2,250 up to $35,000 for rare camper conversions, but you can expect the mid-range to be around $7,700. Think of the Kworks exclusive mini bird, like a luxury shoebox on wheels. It's small outside, but inside, it's pure comfort. Based on the Daihatsu Atry, and just 3,395 millimeters long by 1,475 millimeters wide and 1,890 millimeters tall, this Caven packs a 658cc turbo engine making 64 horsepower and 91 newton-meters of torque. It sleeps two on a full flat bed that measures 1,850 millimeters, cushioned by a comfy pressure-dispersing mattress. Standard gear includes a sink with an outdoor shower head, a microwave, 10-liter water tanks, a 100 amp-hour lithium battery, a 200W inverter, solar-ready wiring, and an external AC hookup. Thanks for watching. Here's another video camping enthusiasts loved watching.